All right, everybody, welcome to Tech Tuesday. It is March 19th in the year of our Lord, 2024. So today we are going to talk about how to create a custom form. So we know that there are basic forms within AcquisitionPRO and within the system. So how do we create a custom form? And what spurred this was somebody asked me, can I create an investor questionnaire on my website via the forms inside AcquisitionPRO? Well, the simple answer is, as Jim Rohn would say when he was still alive, of course. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go into, first thing we have to do is we got to create our custom form. So the fields that we're going to have inside of the form are going to be first name, last name, or it can just be full name. So I might just do full name just for ease of this video. Email, phone number, those are the basics. And then, of course, we want to have the little checkbox that says that they agreed to receive marketing information from them. But we're going to add two fields. And again, I'm just going to keep this basic. There would be more fields on your investor questionnaire, but these two fields will give you enough to know how to do the form. We're going to do, are you accredited, which is just a yes or no question, and are you interested in investing with us? And I actually do a third one. How did you hear about us? Okay. That way, and I'm going to write this down so I don't forget it. How did you hear about us? That way I can show you how to do a form that is fillable where they fill in the information instead of just a drop down. So first thing we got to do is we got to create those custom fields. So if we come down here to settings, right now we're on our dashboard, you come down here to settings, and it looks like I am showing my screen. So I will click settings. And then if we scroll almost to the bottom, you'll find custom fields and custom values. We want custom fields, so click on custom fields. Now, it depends on where you want to view the information that they fill out on the form. If you just want it in their contact record, then just creating it as a contact field will be fine. Notice we have contacts here. But if you want to create it as an opportunity field, so that if you go into opportunities, you have the record inside opportunities. If you want it to show up in there, then you would create it as an opportunity field. And that is actually really easy to do. So first thing we're going to do is just we're going to click add field. All right. It's going to be a single line. And I'm going to hit net. Well, hold on. No, it's not. It's going to be a radio select because I'm doing a yes, no question. And then I'll hit next. My field name is going to be, are you accredited? Okay. The group is going to be contact, and it's right here, the object where you can select either contact or opportunity. Okay. I'm just going to leave it as a contact. And then here are our options. So the first one will be yes. Add another option. Next one will be no. And then the next one will be I don't, if I could spell, no. All right. Allow custom values. This allows that. Oh, no, we do not want to allow custom values because what that'll do is that will allow them to enter something that isn't here. So we don't want that. And then we just hit save. Okay. That custom field is now done. Now we got to create another one. So this one is also a radio select. We'll hit next. Field name. Are you interested in investing with us? Again, contact. My options again are yes, no, I don't know, and save. So those two are done. I got one more I'm going to do. This one is going to be could be a multi-line. So I'll go ahead and put multi-line. That makes it a bigger box that they can fill more information out. Hit next. Now it's, how did you hear about us? Contact. So you can put in a pre-fill value. You can also put in a placeholder if you want. I don't really normally do that. And you could just repeat this if you wanted to, and it'll just kind of show up as gray inside that box, kind of giving them the idea that they need to fill that out. Hit save, and now I have my fields. So now I've got the fields I want. Once I've got my fields, now I can go create the form. So if I go to sites, so I was back on the dashboard, went to sites, come up here to forms, go to my builder. You'll see all the pre-built ones that are already in here. I'm going to create add form, and I can either do start from scratch or choose from a custom template. Now, I'm going to come back and do start from scratch, but I want to show you that there are hundreds of templates in here that you could choose from that you can modify, and it's drag and drop just like it would be on the web page builder. If you know how to use a drag and drop editor, then feel free to use these. Otherwise, just stick with the basic ones. So I'm going to create add new, and I'm going to start from scratch. And you'll notice that in start from scratch, we get our basic fields. You always have these basic fields: first name, last name, email, and phone. If we want to change these fields, I can come over here. See, here we have full name. So if I want to take first name and get rid of it, and I want last name and get rid of it, and grab full name and bring full name over, I could put full name in there. Then we have email, phone. If it's asterisk, it means it's required. So full name, come over here. I want to mark it required. All right. And then you have this, I agree to terms and conditions. Now, this actually has to say something specific in order to be A2P compliant. And you have that A2P compliance from when you went through the onboarding process on what that should say. Just copy and paste that here, but we're going to leave this one the way it is. We are, however, yep, it is required. We are going to make it required. So now we need some additional information here to complete our form. So if we come up here to custom fields, there are the fields we just created. So we can grab the how did you hear about us first, and we can put it here. Then we can take the are you interested in investing with us? Actually, I want to move that up. There we go. Move that up. Oh, come on. I'll get it right here. Let's bring this one down. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And are you accredited? Maybe we'll put that at the top. So now we have a complete form. And you can make these required or not required. That's totally up to you on what you want them to answer. But this is how we create those forms, and then we could put them on the website. So if I save this form, and right now it's just called Form 8, so I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to call it Investor Questionnaire. Save. Now I can go back, and we got to do one more thing. So let's go back to Investor Questionnaire. We got to tell the button what to do when it leaves us. So first thing is, got to give it a call to action. So let's do click here to submit. Ugly color, so let's change it to some kind of blue because I like blue. That's pretty close to my branding there. So now we got a nice blue. You can come in, you can center it, left align it, do whatever you want with that. And you can do a whole bunch more formatting to this, right? But what we want is we want to come up here to the styles and options. And we want to go to options, and this tells us where this is going to go. So you can either have a message, says thank you for time for completing the form, or you can send them to a URL, however you want to do that. So when they submit, and I always want to make sticky contact and GDPR compliant, this way they go to that landing page and all that information gets sent to you. So you choose where this goes. All right, so I'm just going to put this back to the message itself, just a basic message, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And then we'll hit back. Now that that is saved, go to our funnels. And so I don't want to, I'm just going to create, let's see, let's go to investor leads. I'm going to add a new step. Investor questionnaire path. That's not really where this would lead, but I just want to show you how to get it on the page itself without screwing up these other two pages. Okay, so now let's use an existing investor funnel step. Let's do this one, import it. And just because I can delete this later, hit edit. All right, now that the page is loaded, we're not going to worry about this headline up here. Really, all we're going to talk about is the form. Notice the orange box that the form is in. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this form. Now I don't have a form. What am I going to do? Well, pretty easy. Come over here to this plus where it says add elements, or you can just come in here as long as you've got a row in here. You might have to put in a row first. You can then add the element. So I guess let me just show you that whole thing since I'm here. Is first thing I want to do is add a section. I want a full width section. So I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to throw that in right there. Then I got to add in a row. Notice it's green, but I don't have the purple that I have here. So I'm going to add in a row. I'm also going to make that one column. And I'm going to put that in my new section. And now I can add an element. See, just like I can here. So if I click add an element, now I'm going to come down. Here's form. So I'm going to bring form in. I'm going to plop it right there. And it's going to say, what form do you want? Well, we want the investor questionnaire. And hocus pocus, diddly do, and boom, we've got our form. Okay, it is that easy. Okay, and then I could just delete this other one because I don't need that there anymore. And now I have my investor questionnaire, and I could put up here whatever I wanted to if you wanted it on a landing page. Now, I would not put an investor questionnaire on a landing page. I just wanted to show you how to add the form from scratch, create those custom values or custom fields, and then come in and add your form or build your form, then add your form to the landing page or website or whatever it is you want to add it to. Okay. All right. That concludes this training. I don't know what we're going to do next week, but we'll do something. So stay tuned for Tech Tuesday next week. See you guys then.